Do not let another day pass where you hold yourself back from sharing your truth and your expression and your art and your beauty with the world. Whatever that expression is to you, maybe it is art, maybe it is content online, maybe it is your own business, or maybe it's music or sharing your voice with the world. Whatever form of expression you have within your heart that you are ready to share, are you doing it? Like, are you actually sharing it, or are you kind of getting caught up in other people's content, other people's art, other people's music, like this cycle of consumption rather than creativity? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle, and this is a space where we talk about spirituality, personal development, personal growth, wellness, so much more. My intention with this channel is really to inspire you to live a more intentional life, to really follow what lights you up and just do more of what makes you happy, do more of what brings you joy, and also just not take life so seriously, because I promise you it is not as serious as we sometimes think. So if that sounds like a good time to you, I really would love if you would subscribe to this channel. It really does make such a difference for me in continuing to share this content. This is something that has been coming to mind for me so much recently, and maybe resonate in my own journey as someone who is just starting a new YouTube channel and really pushing myself to get myself out there and share my voice with the world. What I have noticed is that it is so easy to get caught up in this loop of consuming content rather than actually creating content. Or even if it's not content, it could be anything, just this loop of consuming rather than creating. And the thing is there's nothing wrong with consumption in the right timing, at the right moment. It can be a beautiful way to gain inspiration if done in the right way. We never want to copy other people, but watching other people's forms of expression and creation can be a beautiful way to motivate us and inspire us to do the same. However, when this really becomes a problem is when we are just getting stuck in that consumption trap, and it's just more and more and more consuming of others, and that is really hindering us. It's really stopping us in our tracks and preventing us from creating ourselves and sharing your beautiful gifts with the world. Like, you have so much to share. I don't have to know you personally to know that that is the case, because every single one of us has so much to share with the world. Do not let another day pass where you hold back your expression and your truth and the beauty that your soul has to offer, that someone needs to hear, even if it is just one person whose life you impact, or even if it's just that you have fun with it and your soul lights up, because we're meant to create. That is who we are. We are creators. We are creating actually in every moment. So you can think of this as manifesting. You can think of it as just really creating our lives with every thought, with every word. But that is who we are. We are creators. We are manifestors. And whether you are conscious of it or not, you are always creating. You're always determining the next steps and the way that your life plays out. So choose to do it consciously and choose to create what you want in your life. Choose to create what brings you joy and what lights you up and what makes you happy. There are so many reasons that we might be holding ourselves back. Maybe it's fear, maybe it is procrastination or perfectionism. And the truth is that all of these different things, all of these reasons that we are not sharing our own expression, our own art, it really does all trace back to some sort of fear or limiting belief, right? So it's some belief that maybe something will happen if we share our expression. It could be that we'll be judged, that we'll be criticized, it won't be good enough, we're not worthy, all of these limiting beliefs that hold us back. And so it's really important to recognize what those limiting beliefs are so that you can start to work on letting them go and taking these little baby steps into that expression that you are so vastly worthy of. When I first started this YouTube channel, I seriously spent like 2 months just watching other people's YouTube videos. And in my mind, it was like I was able to justify it because I told myself that I was learning. And I told myself that I wasn't ready to start a YouTube channel because I didn't know enough. And in order for me to really go about it the right way, I needed to educate myself. I needed to understand how it worked, how to film properly, what kind of equipment do I need, like all these different things. And the truth of the matter is, yes, there is an importance in being educated, especially if you're starting something new. But at the end of the day, you have to just start. Like there becomes a point where there's only so much learning we can do until we're just putting it off and we're just wasting time. We're just preventing ourselves from taking the steps to share what needs to be shared. And it's just time to cut the bullshit. Honestly, like it is time to take the steps. Stop consuming, stop, thinking that you need to learn more or know more, and just start doing. I really had to stop and sit with myself and become aware that I was procrastinating out of fear and that I was not actually creating my own content because I was so afraid of what other people would think of me. And so it was just like, okay, I'm still learning. I have so much to learn before I can do this. And finally, I just had to recognize that it was not going to be perfect. And that is absolutely okay. Like, we're human. Of course, it's not going to be perfect, but the doing is what gets us closer and closer to this sort of more embodied and authentic state. Like, will it ever be perfect? No, but it will become more natural. It will feel easier. It will be more in flow state when you take the action steps. With every step, a little bit more fear fades away. And it's not that the fear is ever gone, and that's not a bad thing. Like, fear is not the issue. It's when we allow fear to stop us that it is an issue. So don't be afraid of fear. Feel it and do it anyway. And just know that every single time it'll get a little bit easier and it'll actually get a little bit more fun, because life is meant to be fun. Creation is meant to be fun. We're supposed to play. We're supposed to explore and try out different things and not take life so seriously. Has it been easy every step of the way? No. Do I have really, really awkward moments? Yes. And so will you. And that is beautiful, because when we allow ourselves to be messy and be imperfect and awkward and cringy, it just gives other people permission to do the same and recognize that it's okay. Like, we can laugh at ourselves. We can not take life so seriously, because it's not so serious. So I really invite you, if this resonates at all, to ask yourself, where in life are you consuming? And in doing so, you're really holding yourself back from creating in the way that you know that you are meant to create. Is it through social media? Is it through YouTube? Like, do you need to X out of this video right now? Because do it. I do not care. Get out of here. But yeah, like, sometimes it even shows up in ways that seem productive or seem healthy. Like, maybe you are exercising to avoid doing something else. Maybe you're taking a walk outside to avoid doing something else. And I am not telling you not to do these things. Like, exercise, movement, nature, they're so beautiful and absolutely incredible things to fill our lives with. But notice, this is the thing, is become aware of when you are doing it. Are you doing it because it is what is truly serving your highest good in that moment? Or maybe are you doing it as a form of procrastination? Like, awareness is the biggest step. When you can start to become aware of why you are doing what you're doing and then do it more intentionally, that is when things are really going to change. So my invitation to you here is to start to spend some time noticing what you're doing, be more intentional, be more aware. And if you find yourself avoiding or consuming other people's content instead of creating your own, instead of working on your own self-expression and doing the things that you know you are meant to do, that you are meant to share with the world, Start to make the shift. And it doesn't have to be all at once, but start with baby steps. And one thing that can be really helpful here, especially in the creation world and the content consumption world, is to set a time limit. Like, set a time frame and a time limit for the amount of content that you are consuming, right? So maybe you'll say to yourself, okay, in the morning, I create. The morning is my creative time. And then in the afternoon, I can have a little bit more time for consumption. Like, maybe I have an hour or 2 hours in the afternoon from 3 to 5 or whatever time it is for you. And that is my consumption time. If you wanna watch TV, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, that is the time to do it. But set aside time for creation, uninterrupted, that is just for you and just for your creative process. I promise that will make a really big difference. And just start today. Like, this is your permission slip. Not that you need one, but if you're waiting for one, if you're looking for one, this is it. Please start to share your beautiful creations with the world, because the world is waiting. I had a conversation once with my stepdad, and he said to me, if you knew that there were people out there that needed to hear your message, that they were waiting to hear your message, and you never shared it, you never did it, you never took that step, how would that make you feel? Like, how does it feel to know that there is someone out there, multiple people out there, thousands of people out there who need to receive what you have to share, but you will never share it? Please don't let that be you. Please, please do not let that be you. Let this be the first day. Let this be the first step towards you sharing your beautiful and so needed voice with the world in whatever way that is expressed for you. So I don't even know if this made sense. It was a bit all over the place because it was just me sharing my thoughts and sharing my heart. But if this did resonate, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want to share with the world. Like, what is it that you want to create, that you want to share? And what is this highest form of expression that is really calling to be birthed through you right now? Let me know and make that choice today to start to create, to start to share in whatever way you can your beautiful, beautiful voice with the world. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for watching this wildly all over the place video. I am so appreciative of you. I'm so proud of you for taking this first step, because I know that you will, because I know that you are capable and worthy. And if this message resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up, and please, please, please subscribe to this channel. I share more content like this every single week about spirituality, personal development, wellness, holistic health, and so much more. So thank you again, and until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye.